check this out. Today we're going to have a quick look at my new radio from RadioMaster Zorro, or Zorro, however you like to say that. And of course I got the 4-in-1 version, so I can bind to all our ready to fly planes. It's got the 4 chips, which is real handy, isn't it? Come a long way, these radios. First, I'd just like to quickly show you our radio history, how we've progressed through this hobby. This was our first radio, me and my brother, from Hobby King, Turnigy. Of course, Fly Sky does the same sort of radio, doesn't it? It's only the i6, it's only got 6 channels. Suited us pretty good. The gimbals have a problem now, they're worn out. Spent a fair bit of time on the simulator with this radio. Looks like I've broken a switch off too. So it's a great beginner radio, really. Nice and cheap to buy. So that's the receiver that come with the radio. This A6, 6 channel, and from Turnigy, and of course Fly Sky has the same receivers, don't they? And we progress to these ones. A little bit more durable, being plastic, and the aerials are supported a little bit better on the 6 channel. And the 10B, got a couple of them just for the bigger planes. You need a couple of extra channels for your flaps and your wheels. So then we wanted to upgrade to a better type of radio, but we had these receivers and we didn't know what to do. We didn't want to buy some new receivers, so we ended up buying a new radio and buying one of these 4-in-1 module boxes on the back of it. iRange X 4-in-1. But that's got terrible range. I definitely wouldn't recommend this box. Bad range on that. You fly to the end of the edge of our field and planes start falling out of the sky. And then you find out that the firmware on this is 2016, very old, and I'm a beginner. You got to solder to the board, these headers on, I don't know what, and plug it to your computer and update it. I can't do that. I'm a beginner. That was too hard for me. So this is a waste of money, basically. So soon after we purchased this QX7, the multi-protocol radios started to come on the market. Wasn't too sure whether to buy them or not. Did see some of the reviews, I was having problems with them. So ended up waiting, and the wait was worthwhile. Because we waited a little while, we ended up getting a good quality radio from RadioMaster TX16S. Was available in the Australian warehouse too, which is great. I do like the nice big colour screen. Only problem I've got, this roller sometimes gets a little bit heavy, so hopefully that keeps working for me. Maybe a little bit heavy for me. I do need the neck strap for sure, but it's been a great radio. Now we move on to my new radio from RadioMaster, the new Zorro. I purchased the bag too, which is great. Good quality bag, very nice. Nice handle on it. There it is, look at that. Fits in the bag perfectly, doesn't it? What do you think? See? Beautiful. As soon as I pick this up out of the box, oh, you just feel in your hands, it just feels great. Just feels so nice, so nice. Maybe a little bit slippery, this plastic, but that is rubber, those pads underneath, that is rubber, so that's good. I was a little bit worried about that screen, you know, because I have seen that Jumper T Lite and it's got the tiny little screen on it. My eyes are getting old, and that's a big problem, so I was concerned about the size of the screen. Of course, on the website it doesn't actually say the dimensions on the screen. I'll show you them in a moment, but in the hands it feels perfect. And look at this, we've got trim buttons. Look at this. I see some other radios made, but they're made for FPV, aren't they? And they've got no trim buttons. Eh? They're missing an opportunity, aren't they? And this roller feels great. The only thing I noticed, you sort of got to push it on that 45-degree angle. If you push it on top, you know, you slip off it. You'll push it on that 45-degree angle. That's a great radio. Really happy with it. Just flown my mini Spitfire with it, and it's flying beautiful. Tiny little switches on it. It's amazing. They've downsized everything. They're so small. Beautiful. We've got a couple of little buttons on the top here. As soon as I started up, I noticed the screen was too bright, and I went, oh, how do I do that? So I had to set up on these sliders to turn down the screen and the volume. So straight away you realise, well, that's two knobs gone, isn't it? These sliders. For me, I think, because I'm going to bump them, they're too light, those sliders. They're too light, and I'm going to bump it for the screen brightness and then for the volume. But other than that, it's a great radio. Gimbals feel nice. The spring on them feels very similar to the RadioMaster 16S. Really nice. I like how the buttons are in the pretty much the same order as the 16S, so that's handy. So, of course, this is my first experience with OpenTX. It is a lot to learn. You need to do your homework with learning this OpenTX. Watch lots of videos. Painless 360 has been very helpful for me. There's a screen comparison for you. Almost the same size. The screen on this one is 68 by 35. And this one is 56 by 31. So not much difference. But the big difference is the dots on this one is a lot finer. So it is a better screen than the QX7 for sure. Flip it over. You can actually plug a 2-cell LiPo battery in the bottom of it if you want. It does come with Velcro straps to hold it up if you need to. Or you can buy the batteries. I had to buy these batteries from eBay. A little bit hard to find because they are odd size, aren't they? These 18 350s. And I didn't realise, look at the size difference of your common 18 650s. There's a big size difference, isn't there? Not too sure how these covers are going to last with these little tabs on them. If you're going to keep pulling them on and off to charge your batteries. Yeah, so I might just plug the charging cable in the bottom of this C-type, just charge it that way, rather than pulling the batteries out. I want to check the weight difference on these. I haven't yet. Close enough to 850 grams on the TX16 with two of these batteries inside, 18650. Two batteries already in there. Close enough to 400 grams. So that's less than half the weight of the big radio. And you certainly do notice the difference in your hands. It's so comfortable in your hands. Really nice. Really nice. Here's another size comparison for you with a PS4 controller. A little bit bigger. Of course, you've got the screen on the top. Similar shape, isn't it? It's got that similar curve in it. Yeah, PS4 controllers feel a little bit small for me, but this one feels Oh, it's a perfect size in my hands. Perfect size. I'll turn it on for you. As you can see, it is very bright, the screen, so you can't even see that.
Engine off, low rates, self-level mode.
It is installed with HDX, but obviously you just heard OpenTX because I changed back to my Amber sound pack from my other radio, because I've got all the models set up a certain way. Got my mini Esheen 400 little warbird, one of them set up on here just as a test. Just got back from the field, I did fly it and it's working great. What I did do, because this is on HTX, I went into their website and downloaded the companion for HTX. I downloaded all the models of this radio, and then it converted from this one to this one. I just put a couple of models on here just to test it out, and all the switches are all moved around. Switches on the left and were now on the right, so I had to go in and change all the switches with all the rates and the gyro, everything like that. And I changed the sound pack to exactly the same sound pack as this one, so that sort of helped me out with the transfer a little bit. So I'm no expert. Go and have a look at a lot of other videos out there on how you might want to set it up. Did come with the SD card, which I changed to a 2 GB because it did only come with 256, which is almost full. So there's a little bit of history for you. This setup here was a big fail for us. When we come on to the TX16S, that really helped us progress in the hobby. And now this Zorro, well, hopefully it's going to be a great radio for us. Okay, thanks for watching.